Alright everyone, welcome back. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a while. I know it's been well over a month. Anyway, been super busy. I've had a lot of questions, a lot of people message me here lately, making sure everything's good. Everything's great. Just been busy. Still doing stuff around the house. Between me and my wife working on stuff, me and my dad doing stuff, work, life is busy. Anyway, just gonna do a little video here. Don't have nothing special going on. I literally just cleaned the garage somewhat today, and I got some stuff laid out. I got my molds and stuff like that laid out. I still got to do a little bit more as far as like getting things organized, but as for now, I do have stuff laid out where I can get to it. Microwave set up, little table set up, just something where I can do a little bit. And you got to excuse the traffic. I know you can hear it in the background. I got the doors open because the lights in here are not that great. They're a little dim. I might have a chance to upgrade and put better lights in here. Anyway, I'm gonna make a few little swim baits. I thought about making crawls and worms and stuff, but I figured I'd just throw some swim baits together and see what's going on. Maybe I didn't overcook this plastic. I just threw it in there. Nah, I think it's all right. I got some. Oh yeah, it's good. I got some pearl powder that I've never. I mean, it's some of your Hobby Lobby brand, but it's a color I've not tried. I was just digging through trying to figure out what color of something I want to make, and I just happened to see that, and I was like, well, let's see what it looks like. So it might turn out to be complete garbage. It's called gray lavender. So we'll see. Anyway, stir this up really well, and then I'm gonna let it sit in the microwave for a minute. And you can see it's good and heated up. It's 360. It'll be all right. It'll cool off a little bit. But anyway, putting that in the microwave, I'll let the few little bubbles come out on its own. And who knows, being that it's 360, I let it sit in there by itself. It might start yellowing just a little bit. I did let it run a little bit too long. Whatever. Anyway, this video basically just gonna be to throw something out there and go over a few things. I've had a lot of questions this month on just a lot of basic stuff. I ain't gonna say basic. I mean, hell, when I started out, I didn't know it. So anyway, stuff like, properly heating up plastic. Basically, don't do like I just did. I stuck it in there for 3 minutes, 33 seconds, and just looked away. This microwave cooks pretty quick. So what I should have done was put it in there for a couple minutes, stir it, then just go in small increments. And that's how you can really cook it proper. Everything be mixed perfect, and you'll avoid yellowing. You'll honestly just have a lot better batch. And honestly, this right here ain't yellowing like I thought it might would, because I did throw it in there and heat it just straight to 360. Or it was actually closer to about 370 at the time. Anyway, because I don't know how to flip it. See, I got the camera facing me, so I'm gonna pause you, turn it back on, then we'll mix up some plastic and then do some more talking. There, see that take but a second. All right, maybe I got everything in frame. Let me just turn the, nope, back up. There we go. Maybe that's good enough. It yellowed a little bit, but not too bad. It's not terrible. All right, and hell, I don't even have my little measurer. You know what? It is fine. We are literally just gonna go with it. All right. I'm just gonna do a couple little taps because I don't know what this, that ain't much at all. I just want to see what kind of tint it has. Oh yeah, we're gonna ride with it. If I had to guess, that would be equal to about 1/8, maybe. Almost like a pinkish pearl. And anytime you use actual pearl powders, you really have to mix it really good. Especially if you're gonna go with a lighter color, that way you don't see all the powder, not mixed in proper. That's not bad. That almost reminds me of like a bubble gum powder. Alright, we're gonna put a little bit more in it. I do want a little bit thicker than that. Regardless, I ain't putting no more in it. Scrape the sides really well. Some of the questions I've been asked, besides like heating up plastic, I've been asked all kind of questions about what molds shoot best. That is a big. All molds are gonna shoot. Some's gonna shoot better than others. The trick is to just go with what you. I ain't gonna say what you feel confident in. Go with quality molds, like brands that have a good reputation. That's usually your best bet. Now, if you're just gonna make baits for yourself, I don't reckon it matters. But if you're trying to sell baits, you definitely want to stick with a quality mold. And I'm just gonna do the same thing. I want to put a little bit of silver in it. I gotta find my little measuring spoons. But anyway, just go with decent quality molds. And like I say, if you're making them just for yourself, it don't matter. Buy whatever you want. Molds are expensive. Some molds are ridiculous when it comes to price. Some aren't too bad, and most of them you can generally get a mold to shoot decent. It might take some tricks, just like I have some from Angling AI that they have a sweet spot. You have to do them just right. And that being said, I've had a lot of molds from different companies where you had to find a sweet spot. If you didn't, you'd have voids or air bubbles, or you'd have antennas not filling in, or the tail not filling in. So everything pretty much requires a little bit of, well, I ain't gonna say everything, but there's a lot of molds that's gonna require a little bit. Because I can shoot a mold, I don't know why I'm putting this in there. It probably will not do anything aqua, but because I can take and shoot the same mold as you or somebody else, and I might have different results because I might shoot my plastic faster, or I might shoot a little slower, or I might heat it up a little more. There are certain little things that can cause your bait to come out better than somebody else's. But there's also certain molds out there, regardless of temperature, how fast you shoot it, what you do. The baits are gonna look great every time. Heat this up for a few seconds. And it's not necessarily company based, because there's companies that have molds that you're gonna have to play with, and then there's companies that gonna have molds that the same company could have other molds that it's just simple, just inject perfect baits. Anyway, let's see what this right here comes out to be. It's supposed to be gray lavender. I don't know about gray lavender, but yeah, I'm just doing some of the 3.8 swim baits and the Epic Slouch. Just like this 3.8, this is one of those molds that, somebody else might shoot it and be like, oh, why am I doing this? Or why am I? Because sometimes I'll forget and I'll shoot it too fast. you have to shoot it extremely slow. Try to go as slow as you can, and then pause and go slower. You know, it's one of those molds you have to go extremely slow with. If not, you won't have perfect baits. And it's been so long since I've shot any baits. Hell, I might have to relearn myself. Because it's literally been, I think I'm about, yeah, I wouldn't have had enough. Because it has literally been a while since I've really been making baits. Other than that, like the last few videos, I just done something just quick to get content out. But as far as really getting bait making, you know, I just ain't had time for us. That's why I pretty much announced a while back that I was just gonna go back to doing it as a hobby, you know. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoyed making baits a lot, but it took a like, if you have a life where you're working and then you try to have family time and stuff like that, and then you're trying to full-time bait make, it really takes up all your time, and I got tired of that. So like I say, I'm content doing it like this. I'll make me a few here and there, make, you know, a video here and there, and I'm completely content with that. Some of the other questions I've gotten was like, what flakes do I recommend? You know, what colorants do I recommend? Honestly, that goes back to preference. I mean, Lure Works makes, you know, great. They make everything from great pigment to great colors, glitters. But hell, about every company out there has decent colors, so I can't just say one color. I mean, I like certain colors from Dead On. I like certain colors from Lure Works. Hell, what's the other company like? Lure Craft or something like that. Bait Plastics, they got colors I really like. Fat Guys Fishing, I see they're doing like colors and stuff. I mean, there's so many companies out there, so when it comes to that, it's hard to just say a favorite. It's play around and see what you like, because every company is going to have their own version of like green pumpkin, for example. You know, you could have 10 bait makers, and you can ask them, hey, make me a batch of green pumpkin. Every one of them probably going to be a little bit different. You know, they'll have their, because the way I make green pumpkin looks different than what you buy in the store, but it's my version of green pumpkin. So it's, you know, everybody's going to have their little spin on it. Also had quite a few in the last month asked me about like my cooling plates. Are they necessary? What do you use them for? And if you're just hobbying, no, it ain't. You ain't gotta have them. But if you're gonna be turning quite a few baits and your molds are heating up too much, yeah, they can be handy. And they are. I do have a video showing how I made mine, because it's cheaper to make them if you know, if you're able to. It is cheaper to make them than it is to try to buy them. Also, my air vise, this air clamp, you know, I've had quite a few questions about it, and I try to respond to everybody. But anyway, this gentleman off of Facebook, Michael Cobb, he makes them, does one hell of a job. He's got different versions of them. You can get them with like, I think you can get them with now, he's got one that's got like 4 of the actual, you know, pumps on them. So, I mean, that's, yeah, that last one I ran out right there at the top. But anyway, he does a hell of a job. So if you're interested in one of the, you know, air vices like this, just go on Facebook, look up Michael Cobb, and you'll see him. He's holding, I think his profile picture is him holding up a bass or 2 bass or something like that. So anyway, yeah, check him out, and he can answer any question you got. I can't say enough. I do use this vise pretty much every time, and I like that color. It's almost clear. But it's got that, this lights in here suck. But, and that weird, that aqua flake actually gave it a nice little twist. Let me see if I can step out to the, but I don't know if the sunlight is affecting it or not. There we go. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. I like it. I like that. Same with these right here. That came out really nice. It's a little different what I thought it was gonna look, but that looks really good. All right, set that to the side. I'm gonna try it. The weather has been terrible here lately. Like it's been so wet. I've you know, I wanna have that, my building at the other place. You know, it's about an hour away. My old work building. I wanna have it moved over here. I talked to one guy about having it moved, and you know, we got to basically wait until it dries up a little bit because it has been so wet lately. Rain, just, we have gotten so much rain in the last, you know, month or two. It's just kind of ridiculous. It rained the last few days. It finally stopped. It ain't been rainy today, but it's just been like cloudy, overcast. I might have should have just went to the water today, because I'm gonna try tomorrow if it ain't real bad. It's supposed to be a little warmer tomorrow, but it does have a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, which as long as it's warm, I don't mind. I'll fish in the rain, because I haven't had a chance to go fishing here yet since we moved here. Wheeler Lake is only about 10 minutes away, and I still ain't had a chance to go fishing on Wheeler Lake yet. Wheeler Lake is more like a river system. Yeah, I ran out again. I shouldn't even try it that way. But Wheeler Lake is more like a river system here. You know, it's got wide areas, but it's more like, you know, well, it's basically a Tennessee River. So, and people, you see people on Facebook once in a while post, you know, catch some decent fish out here. So I haven't had a chance to go out there and try to do any fishing. Me and my dad, we took a boat just to ride. We only rode about 2 miles down just to, you know, just get an idea of how the water looked. And it looked pretty good, but it was cold that day we went out. I mean, I was bundled up and I still was freezing. So anyway, if all goes right, I'm gonna try to go tomorrow. Like I say, I haven't ran my boat other than just letting it, you know, putting the rabbit ears on and cranking it up in the yard. I haven't took it to the water in 3 or 4 months, so I definitely want to run it. So anyway, if all else, you know, if everything goes right, because I actually changed. And another thing, you know, my schedule at work has been, you know, like I'd only have like every other weekend off, work one day in the middle, be off one day in the middle of the week, then work the following weekend. You know, it was just a weird schedule. But now I've nobody else wanted the schedule for some reason, but I went ahead and took I'm off every Sunday and Monday schedule now. So I work Tuesday through Saturdays. I just started that this week, so I'm glad of that. So now I'll have 2 days off consecutive every week, you know, Sunday and Monday. So I'm happy about that. So therefore, hopefully I'll get a lot more done. That's why today I started doing this. I actually moved my big toolbox out there to my other building. Trying to get a few things done, getting my office set up in the house. Matter of fact, when I get done here, I'm gonna go in there and try to set my computer and stuff up, get everything set up. Cause like I say, I've literally been doing nothing but, you know, messing around on the house, working, you know, just still got a lot to do. But anyway, looking for things to to start getting a little better as far as since I, got on this new schedule. To me, I feel like I'll have more time to do stuff. Anyway, let's hurry up and check these out. I'm trying to remember, I'm just rambling right now, but I'm trying to remember some of the other questions I've had. I should have wrote some of that shit down. Because like I say, I've, over the last, few weeks, probably 5 or 6 weeks, I've had a lot of, people basically just message, wanting to check on me, especially some of the ones that haven't seen me post anything in a while. Wanted to check on me, make sure everything was good, and like I say, everything's been great. I've just been really busy, so all right. And I'm probably not. I don't know. I might throw a picture of this on the thumbnail. I don't know yet. I might not even do a thumbnail. I might just let it ride and call the video a rambler, because that's all I'm doing is just rambling. Okay, I'll show you real quick. I don't know if you remember or if you've seen from any of them, the garage was filled up from all the way over here. There, I moved a lot of this crap out. I do got to get better lights. Them lights suck. I still got to go through more of this stuff over here. Like I say, I just pretty much shifted some of that stuff, threw a lot of stuff away. That bag is full of just stuff. Garbage can is packed full. Anyway, the molds, I got the molds stacked up on them 2 shelves right there. I did order a cart, like literally 5 minutes before I started this video. I did order a cart to pretty much hold the molds. It's like a metal little rolling cart. It's a 3 shelf, but it says it can hold a total of 600 like something pounds. So each shelf should hold a decent amount. That way I can get that stuff moved. Cause all pretty much my liquid, other than them few right there, all my pigments are right there. Most of my glitter is in that tote behind it, and then I got some stuff right there. So I've really not unpacked too much of that, other than just enough to try to do a little video here, and yeah. All right. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. Hopefully over the next couple weeks I'll get things situated more, and you'll actually see some progress. Because I know a couple months ago I was like, oh yeah, because in my mind I'm thinking, yeah, in a couple weeks I'll have it straightened up. Yeah, you see how that happened. 2 months later, look. Anyway, all right, if you have any questions, just reach out, let me know. I should have wrote some of these questions down that I got, because I definitely can. Oh, I do remember one guy had he was asking, what do I use this 3-in-1 oil for? And me personally, that's what I use to lube up my injectors, like the O-ring on the injector. It works for me. It works great. So that's what I use. You can use what you want. I got like that injector I did have. The Fat Guys Fishing, they have their little oil. And I've got actual oil that I think it came from Bass Tackle. I can't remember, but personally I like using 3-in-1 oil. It works for what I need. But anyway, like I say, you can always send me a message on Facebook. Send it to my personal account, Eric Gilly, or if you hit me up on Tall Tales Custom Tackles, I'll answer it too. But here lately, I just pretty much been running on my main page. Same with Instagram. If you send me a message on Instagram, I'll try to answer it. I just very seldom ever get on Instagram anymore. Anyway, we will catch it. I got to hurry up and get Hog Salad did come out with a new mold. It's just like the the little gilly bait, but he's got it with a paddle tail on. I think they call it the gilly shad. I've had a few people ask how that bait does. I personally don't know yet. I haven't I haven't reached out and got one yet. I need to just try it out, that way I can show it off and see how it does. But anyway, maybe on one of my next videos I might be able to reach out and get one of those molds and you know, see about making a video on it. But anyway, all right, we'll catch you next time. Thank you.